do it. So who is Joe? Like, and how did Joe get to where he is today?
Mm. I was thinking about this the other. So tomorrow I'm in a networking group, and tomorrow I'm giving my ask. I'll let you that you asked this because tomorrow I'm giving my Who is Joe, right? Because I'm new to the group, and
Okay.
everybody does theirs, and tomorrow I do mine. And I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, I don't want to give a biography, but I got to give some sort of background, right?
Right, right, right.
And then I would rather talk to them about what I've got going on now rather than my past because there's a future here, and I'm more worried about that than I am about what I did last week, right? So,
Right, right,
but
right.
but like, so it's odd that you asked that because I'm in the process of creating this story, you know.
Gotcha.
But I'll tell you, so I grew up in a small town in Colorado. I'm a native here. My dad owned restaurants. He owned a brokerage firm. My mom owned a dry cleaners, owned a restaurant. My grandparents owned a liquor store, and this was in our small town. And I always grew up just loving business ownership and seeing an impact that you can have on your community.
Use what I call the champion method. It's courage, heart, adversity, mentality, preparation, inspiration, opportunity, and never giving up. And
Okay.
so I've used that with athletes over the last couple of years, and so now I just started interviewing business professionals on those same principles and how do they use those in their business careers. So today we're talking. I would like to talk about mentality and mindset. You
Yeah.
know, uh, how does that play? What role does that play in someone being successful in business?
Yeah. So uh, in a lot of cases, my personal belief is in a lot of cases it's the same, right? Um, if a person doesn't have an awareness of what they can do or what they're capable of, or they don't believe that they have the skill set, then the game's over, right? You're not going to move forward because you just already say, "Hey, I can't do it," right? Or I don't know what's possible, or I'm just not going to be the type of person that achieves certain levels, right? I talk with people about our founding principles is one, take ownership in your life, right? And not just in one area of your life, but in all areas of your life. And uh, particularly as it relates to your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors, right? Because that's key, right? How you think about something, how you come into a situation is very key to taking ownership and achieving a certain desired outcome. So, uh, for example, I have people that will come in and they'll say, well, I've been running a big because my primary thing is as a coach, okay,
Okay.
a professional coach, a business coach, leadership coach, and people will say, well, I'm here at this particular level of sales or of marketing, and I just kind of been there. They're in a rut, right? And it's maybe not a rut where they are down in the dumps, but they're just they're coasting, and maybe they're working too hard, 60 hours a week, or they can't get their team on board, or they're not getting a cohesive type of an atmosphere inside of their company, or all sorts of varying issues. And they just keep waking up the next day and going through that day without ever hitting the pause button and saying, okay, hey, I need to figure out exactly a different game plan and figure out exactly what I, can do differently. So waking up and just first saying, I need to change, right? I'm going to let go of old thoughts. I'm going to let go of old behaviors, and I'm going to try to take a different approach. That right there is a thing. Okay. And then I tell people, okay, well, we're not just going to say, I'm going to be different. We're going to actually calculate and take, divide it up into pieces. If it's a business, we say, okay, there's 4 silos of your business. There's sales, there's the operations, there's the money, and then there's the culture. Those are the 4 silos of a business. And we want to take a look into each silo and say, okay, what areas can we improve? How can we improve our sales systems, our marketing, our lead generation, our scripts, our, whatever we're using to bring people in, right? And if we can identify a handful of things where we can improve, And then we can identify exactly what those improvements look like. Well, now we have action steps, and that just that mindset shift is a thing. And then we do the same with operations. Where are we failing in the operations? Where can we succeed? Is it relating to how we're treating the customer, how we're performing, the delivery of the product or service? Then there's the financial side, understanding our numbers. A lot of people just don't have a system for their numbers. They just they sell, they operate, and then the money is whatever it is. But it's like, no, there's key things there. And I learned this in the restaurant business.